happens when the world's most powerful clash with the people fighting for their future? This question hung in the air as thousands of demonstrators converged on New York's Park Avenue, heading toward Trump Tower in a powerful display of collective action. Their message was clear. It's time to hold billionaires accountable. The march, themed Make Billionaires Pay, demanded climate justice, democratic reforms, gender equality, an end to harsh immigration policies, and a ceasefire in Gaza. While the signs and motivations varied, a unifying thread emerged: the belief that a privileged elite prioritizes profit over people's lives. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it fair to blame billionaires for global crises, or does the problem run deeper? Mahaishuwea, a member of the Hidatsa tribe, whose name translates to Eagle Woman in her native language, voiced this tension. Speaking near Blackstone's headquarters, she linked the violent history of indigenous land colonization to today's corporate greed. They have a sickness, she said, reflecting on her upbringing on the Fort Berthold Reservation and her survival of cancer. Her words underscored a core theme. The fight for justice is as much about healing historical wounds as it is about demanding change. This march wasn't just local. It was global. Demonstrations worldwide coincided with the United Nations General Assembly and New York Climate Week, events that have long struggled to curb carbon emissions. Despite years of treaties and negotiations, 2024 became the hottest year on record, with extreme weather events worsening. Critics argue that policies under the Trump administration have actively hindered progress by rolling back environmental protections, green-lighting fossil fuels, and creating hurdles for renewable energy. The climate crisis, economic inequality, and immigrant rights are all one big fight, said Tamika Middleton of the Women's March. Her statement sparked a debate. Can these issues truly be treated as a single movement, or do they require distinct strategies? The march's energy was palpable. Crowds stretched 4 blocks, passing luxury stores like Louis Vuitton and Tiffany Co. Participants carried giant puppets of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, while others waved homemade signs reading Free Kimmel or donned costumes of the Statue of Liberty. A 160-foot climate polluters bill demanded accountability for corporations whose emissions fuel disasters. Eat the rich was a recurring slogan, but for many, the message was more nuanced. Tatiana Cruz, holding the Musk puppet, shared how her activism grew after friends were deported by ICE. The monster up top is the same in every fight, she said. Tying immigration, climate, and corporate power into a single thread. And this is the part most people miss: the personal stories behind the slogans. Julia Donahue-Wait from the South Bronx brought her daughter Eurydice, who has grown up on protest lines. "Our work is love," read a sign held by a fellow protester. For families like theirs, activism isn't just a cause, it's a way of life. Mahaishuwea, despite her fear, insisted on marching to teach her 12-year-old daughter courage. "We're not afraid," she said. The protest ended with a 5-minute silence in front of Trump International Hotel and Tower, a quiet but powerful act of defiance. As the crowd dispersed, one question lingered. Should billionaires be held financially accountable for climate disasters? Or is the real fight about restructuring power itself? Share your thoughts below. Do you agree these issues are interconnected, or do you see them as separate battles? The conversation is far from over.